Hi everybody, thank you for watching. My name is Shara. This is my very first time doing one of these fast forward voiceover videos, so I hope you like it. I'm showing you how I make my embellishment stickers. So I'm using Avery labels. They're 1.5 inch diameter, and I use gelatos to cover the background. And I have no order. I just kind of scrabble all over the background, and I make sure that each circle has a little bit of every color that I use. And then when I'm ready, I take a baby wipe and just slightly wipe it all so it smoothens it out. And then I do another layer, and I use the baby wipe and go over it again. And then I peel the back layer off, which then leaves only these little circles. So this collection is the Tea Lightful, I think it's called, Delightful by Pebbles. I got it as a digital kit. So I used my print and cut option on my Cricut, and I printed out a bunch of images. When you're sizing your images to print them out, you want to make sure that they are under 1.5 inch because that's your base. So if you have them larger than that, you're going to cover up your entire base. The circle ones, if you can see my brown ones, I made almost the same size because I like the way that the circle looked within a circle, and then I kind of added a couple layers on them. Some of them I think I just left blank and put a little bit of enamel dots or excuse me, flat back pearls on there, but you'll see that towards the end of the video. And I like to lay all of my pieces out first, as you can see here, and then I start gluing down. That poor little fox, he doesn't find a home. This is going to be 2 sets. So this is 2 sets of 6. See, there he is again. I really wanted to use him, and I just couldn't. I don't know, he just wasn't working. So this is 2 sets of 6. 6 on the left, 6 on the right. I cut them down, and then I package them up, and I send them out to my pen pals that way. So I didn't do the bottom half because I thought the video might be too long if I tried to show you doing all of the stickers, so I only did the top half of the page. So now I just start gluing them down. I'm using Aleene's tacky glue. Sometimes I smudge it around my fingers. Sometimes I just leave it. You want to make sure if your pieces hang over that you don't get the glue like on that one. I didn't put glue on the green part of the petals or the leaves because I knew it was going to hang over off of the sticker. So I glue all my pieces down. This is my gold thread from my sewing machine, my extras that I cut off. I saved some of them. I use gold thread. I've said this before in another video from Walmart. My gold thread is from Walmart. And I love this gold thread. It doesn't fray, it doesn't break, it doesn't shear, it's perfect, or shred. I use it all the time. It's my go-to color. I do have other colors, but I tend to always kind of use the gold. And plus, once you have one color in there, it's annoying to try to switch it out every time you want a different color in there. So now these words are also part of the digital kit, and they're too long when you print them out. So I just cut them down, and now I'm putting some dimension on the back so it raised them up a little bit and just gives them a little bit of a shadow and a little bit of 3D effect on the stickers. Excuse me, once I have I'm not sure if I said I used gelatos for the background. I think I did. And I also used 24 karat gold paint. Well, it's called 24 karat gold paint from Target. They currently have it. It's beautiful. It's very gold and shimmery. So I sprinkled that on the background. So now I'm taping and gluing down all of my pieces. One of the stickers I actually don't like the way I set it out. So I kind of redo it a bunch of different times. You'll see in a moment, but now I'm just gluing down all the pieces. When you're printing your images out, if you see that little blue bird, that blue bird is a little bit bigger than the other blue bird that's towards the bottom page or the bottom of the page. I sometimes size them out like that on purpose. I'll do a couple images of different sizes because I don't really know what I'm going to use. I print way more than I need. If you look to the right, I have so many and there's so much you can't see. I just don't, I want to use them all, and the images are so cute, but then I don't know how I'm going to use them. So this is the one that gives me a hard time. So printing different sizes is helpful. That butterfly too is different sizes. The same one top right is mini, and that butterfly is a little bit bigger. But I wasn't happy. This looks almost close, but I didn't like the way the blue looked with the blue strawberry container, and I figured, you know what, I'm just going to come back to that. I'll save the best for last, and I'll come back to that one because it's giving me a really hard time. I don't know why. It looks fine now that I look at it while I'm not making it, but I mean, I guess the background still does blend into the strawberry container, So here again, I'm gluing them down. That's the little bird. That's a little smaller than the other one. I put a little bit of pop dots on the, whatever that tape is called. For some reason, I can't think of it, but the thick tape, puffy tape. I really can't think of the name. That always happens when I do these videos. I have like brain farts and can't think of what I'm actually using. And then I turn the video off and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what that's called. Duh. Okay, so I'm almost ready for the next step. So after I glue all this down, this is baker's twine that I got from Tuesday Mornings for really cheap a while ago now, I think. And it just had a big pack with a whole bunch of colors. So I don't use it very often. I use it mostly when I do these, but I don't really take it out. It's an area in my craft room which I don't really tend to grab stuff from. I don't know why, but I'm sure we all have those spaces. It's kind of like the dark space that who knows what's in there. And then you go there and you're like, wow, I have these. This is awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to add my finishing touches. So I'm in this next steps. Oh yeah, here's this one that I keep changing my mind about, but I finally stick with the butterflies. I make a decision and I deal with it. In the next couple of seconds, you're going to see I use glossy accents. The glossy accents, for some reason, it always gets clogged. I've stuck things in the middle, the top of it. I've taped it. I've had a cap for it. So I just have to unclog it every time I go to use it. And I also use a little tool instead of a paintbrush to help me work with it. So you're going to see me use that in a moment. I also use liquid pearls. When I use my liquid pearls, I love the liquid pearls. I tend to do them in little groups of 3 dots because I like the way the 3 dots look. So I clean it off, get all the crumbs off, and now I'm going to put my, my flat back pearls. Those are from Michaels. I try to use some enamel dots also. I just couldn't get them to work. They were too big. I don't know, something about them. These are just little stickers for the flowers. So now I'm going to put the liquid pearls on. The 3 dots remind me of my mom. If you watch my craft stuff, it just seems like I gravitate towards the 3 dots. I just like the way it looks. I think it finishes it off nicely. It makes it look like they're not really floating around. It looks like a little cluster. And I guess I like the way the cluster looks. But here they are there. In a moment, I'm about to show you the glossy accents. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm sorry if I talk too fast or too slow, but like I said, this is my first time, so I'm still learning how to do all of this, and I wanted to share something as I was making it for my upcoming swap. So I'm doing a spring theme swap, and this was what I'm making for part of it. So thanks again. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys had fun, and I can't wait to see what you create.